Okay. Let's see. Welcome everybody, welcome. It's another fantastic Monday afternoon from here in Nigeria. My name is Adetola Freeman, as you guys already know, right? So this is our weekly market review session, all right? And I am really excited to be hosting you guys right here, right now. All right, so without further ado, we're just going to take a few minutes to wait, all right, get a couple of guys on board, and then we will start up. All right, I'm seeing a couple of messages already. I'm seeing reactions and all. Yeah, so very good. I can see all of your reactions. Thank you, guys. So let's get right into the charts. Yeah, Lucky, good afternoon. So as usual, I like to start with the majors. All right, so we're going to be starting with the majors. Aris, good afternoon. Thank you. All right, and as usual, you guys know that the first thing that we like to do is we like to do a breakdown, all right, observe what exactly is going on from the daily time frame, then we'll break it down to the hourly time frame or the 4 hours time frame, all right? So on the daily time frame, we look for our pivot zones, all right, and I think that we have a couple of them. All right, that's a pivot zone on the daily time frame. We have another one down here. So to our candlesticks, all right, candlesticks. Yeah, Ran, thank you. Nice to see you too. For our candlesticks, we do 4 hours, 1 hour, just in a bid to look for the supply zones that, the supply zone that price may be interested in interfacing with. All right, so for me, I think that there's a considerable supply zone, all right, considering the fact that that falls right within, it falls right within the premium levels, all right, of my Fibonacci. All right, so somewhere around here, 88%. So for GU, I think that we'll see price approach this point, all right, and then we can expect or anticipate this as a drop. Now, what other confirmations do I have for this particular sentiment or this particular bias? All right, why do I think the market will be bearish? The answer is simple. There's this high here, all right, followed by this, all right, and that naturally is the mark. Yeah, Nando, it's good to see you. This naturally is the mark of a QMR pattern. All right, so I think that what we're seeing right now is price coming to fill up this fair value gap so that it gets to the premium levels of the Fibonacci. All right, and then from there we can expect to anticipate that price is going to go bearish, since already on the daily time frame we have, some degree of expectation in that regard. Hold on. This is the 4 hours. You can see I was swept. Then we had a break of structure and price returning here, so that I think we can get the drop. All right, so that is GBP USD. Next, we'll take a look at EUR USD. All right, let's take a look at Euro USD, and you can see that my analysis has been intact since as far back as last week. All right, since as far back as last week. Okay, that's already played out. Market has already reacted from there. So what we're waiting for is the likely completion of this QMR pattern. All right. On Euro USD, we're expecting to see price come into this supply zone, all right, and then drop. Does this make sense, guys? Because the buy actually started from here, all right, from this demand zone. Can you guys see it? So I'm expecting that we're going to get this this move up there, all right, after which this could then happen. All right, fantastic. So that is my sentiment on Euro USD. All right, that's my sentiment on Euro USD. So next, let's talk about AUD USD. And you can see that it's almost the same on AUD USD. I anticipate price coming into the 88% of the Fibonacci retracement. All right, coming into the 88% of the Fibonacci retracement, and then we get the drop. Can you guys see that? So something along this line is what my expectations are, all right? The rise into this, right, price stops that and then begins to continue the drop. Okay, does that make sense? Let me see your comments, guys. Let me see your comments, guys. I believe last week I made it clear that we're going to see, a possible breakout, all right, price coming into this zone and then dropping on gold. And I think that has played out quite well, all right, that played out quite well. Although there's still some room for bullish price action on gold, all right, there's still some room for bullish price action on gold. Let me break down the analysis from scratch. Daily time frame line charts. All right, daily time frame line chart. We want to mark out our pivot zones. One here. I think we also have another one here. All right, back to candlesticks. We go to the 1 hour time frame. And let's do 4 hours. All right, and that leaves us with a demand zone here, a supply zone here. All right, where this would be supply and this would be demand. All right, so whichever one happens first, if either price, decides to come this way, all right, before, bouncing all the way up here, that's up to price to decide. All right, but based on my, IPPS, approach, which is intraday profits system, all right, I think that gold is bullish based on IPPS. All right, yeah, I believe that gold is bullish. All right, which I think is why we can begin to anticipate a buy from maybe here, all right, maybe somewhere around here, okay, or even before that. But overall, the sentiment on gold remains bullish. Is that okay, please? All right, let me see. Someone asked about US 30. Okay, so I think we have a zone here. All right, or ultimately, we could just wait for price to equate, to create an equal level with that QMR. All right. So if we don't get a reaction from here, the alternative would be that we get the reaction from here. All right, someone is asking whether to buy gold right now. I wouldn't advise that, all right? I've only given you my sentiment, all right? Whatever entry you want to take, remember, I am not, this is not a signal service, all right? I'm here on behalf of FBS, and like I've said a couple of times, there are policies, all right? There are policies that restrict us from being able to give specific entries and exits or trading signals as brokers, all right? So as brokers, we are not, you know, there's a restriction on how we can tell you, oh, buy at so price, sell at so price, and the likes, all right? And that's why I'm trying my best to just give you a sentiment so that based on your own trading approach, based on your own trading strategy, you can then be able to find out or figure out, you know, your own entries and exits and all of those other things that matter to you. Is that okay? But if you're planning on buying gold right now, then your stop loss must be, you know, large enough to accommodate whatever false moves that price might be looking to make. USD JPY. So break of structure. Which means that if price does not begin to drop from this supply zone, the only other alternative would be, hold on. All right, so for USD JPY, is it that we get to see the drop commence from here? All right, or here? Isaka Estrada, hello. Emmanuel Lundensen, we already talked about GU and EU. You can simply just rewind the stream, or just rewind the video. You should be able to come across that. All right, Elijah Legacy is asking what's the best pair? I really don't understand your question. The best pair for what? Is it the best pair to trade, the best pair to this? What exactly are you talking about? All right, Kamaldeen Umar is saying Euro AUD. Elijah Legacy, there's actually no best commodity to trade. There's no best pair to trade. It depends on what your strategy is, all right, and how well it is adapted to, the realities of the market. Do you have a solid strategy? Does it give you fantastic opportunities? How often does it give you that? All right, then you want to check, is it a trend trading strategy, or is it a range trading strategy, or a breakout strategy? All of these are things that you need to consider before you determine, oh, this is the best commodity or the best pair for me to trade. All right, Kamaldeen asked about GBP AUD. All right, Tech World. Well, for this live stream sessions, all right, sessions like this, I use a retail trading strategy that I call, pivot trading using daily bias. All right, this particular one I'm using on this stream is called pivot trading using daily bias. But the one that I use for trading by myself, I call that the IPPS, which is intraday, all right, intraday profits pro system. I have a variety of strategies, all right, but the IPPS for me has been the best over the past couple of years. Then I have a strategy that is majorly meant for people who want to become professionals at, technical analysis. At least that was what I was taught, all right, as a professional technical analyst. So that one is called the Templar trading strategy, and it covers smart money, Elliott wave, harmonic patterns, covers what do they call it again? Measured moves, all right, covers measured moves and impulses, covers fractal trading. It's just the Templar trading strategy is a very bogus scheme, all right, that I was only privileged to take because, I took a professional course in technical analysis. So having said that, all right, this is GBP AUD. We're going to be looking at it together right now. So from one indication, I think I expect GBP USD to be bullish. But I know you're going to ask, oh, so sir, how do I enter the trade, or when do I know that the trade is right? I would honestly, all right, Euro AUD. Oh, I was on GBP AUD. Don't worry, we'll do Euro AUD. All right, we'll do Euro AUD. I think there's a likelihood that price comes all the way down here. All right, on GBP AUD, comes down, gets into that demand zone, and then all right, that's my expectation from GBP AUD. All right, let's do Euro AUD. Let me see. I'm going to have to look for Euro AUD. All right, so I think for me, this is Euro AUD. All right, price has already tapped into the daily demand zone. Created a break of structure immediately after. All right, which means that right now we're likely to see price return to the other block and then bounce. So come out in, let me know if this makes sense. All right, Joshua 5, I know you're probably not used to our sessions here, but typically when you want to make a request, I recommend that you include the magic word please. All right, so if you want me to take a look at GBP JPY, for example, I recommend that you say please GBP JPY. You know, that makes it more encouraging. All right, I get more motivated, you know, knowing that at least you recognize that this is something that I'm doing, not because I have to, but because I want to. All right. I'm typically not a petty person, all right? I just want us to, you know, have some degree of mutual respect for each other and, you know, appreciation for each other. Right, so what commodity are we taking a look at next? Well, XBR USD, this has been my analysis for a couple of months now, sorry, days. All right, this is the 4 hours time frame. This was my demand zone. There's a QMR demand zone. Price has gotten into it. And then it has created its own little QMR. All right, so I think that the sentiment is still very valid. All right, the sentiment is still very valid. This is my expectation on XBR USD. Okay, let's see GBP JPY. Josh, you're welcome. Okay, so we've seen that there's a break of structure here. All right, break of structure here. So for me, this would be my supply zone. And you can easily corroborate that using the Fibonacci. You see that that aligns perfectly with the 88% of the Fibonacci retracement. So my expectation is that we get to see price come that way on GJ and then drop. So Josh, does that make sense? Does that answer your question? Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I think we're going to just take one last commodity, all right, and then we'll sign out for today. One last one. Who else have I not responded to so far? S&P 500. This is S&P 500. All right, you can see this was my supply zone. All right, already marked out. This is my supply zone. I expected that price will take out liquidity from here, come into the supply zone, and then possibly drop. And price is almost at that supply zone right now, so it's very possible that we begin to anticipate or we begin to see the the bearish move, all right, or the bearish momentum. Okay. Let me also corroborate that with the Fibonacci retracement. So that aligns with the 88%. Okay, so that would be what we have on this. Olaolu Omotayo, you're actually coming a bit late. We've talked about gold, so you can just rewind a bit. Is that clear? Virtual average, I already talked about US 500. You're probably going to see that later. All right, so this was gold. All right, I think we're talking about this. Saying if it doesn't boom from here, then we're going to wait for it to do this. Yeah, Nando, I would, I think I'm quite confident I'm going to be hosting the CPI on Wednesday. All right. So thank you so much, guys. It's been an amazing half hour with you guys, just talking about the markets. Yeah, Suki, hello, good day. I'm with you, let me hear what you have to say. Okay, I don't know if Suki has anything to say, but I think that our half hour is completely spent. All right, so if you have something to say to me, Suki, just go on Google, search the name Adetola Freeman. You can always reach out to me on LinkedIn, and then we can talk. If you have anything you want to say to me, all right? And if not, I'm going to be signing out here and now. Yes, Waluma Victor, I think I will be live during the CPI on Wednesday by God's grace. All right, so you can join that stream as well, and then we can take the markets together. So having said that, I want to say big thank you to everyone who has taken our time to join me on today's stream. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor hosting you guys on this incredible session. Without further ado, I want to say thank you. God bless you guys. Do have a fruitful rest of the week, and God bless you. Bye-bye.